Starfield, we have talked about it for what feels like forever now, and we could be seeing it very soon. We have the independent showcase coming up hopefully soon, and it appears that marketing has begun for the game in little ways. We've talked for so long about the release of the game, the upcoming showcase, but what about the game itself? Like what has happened to Earth in the world of Starfield, or the little things like how weapon crafting will work in the game. And what is up guys, Andrew from the Den Men here, and today I thought we could take a look at my top 5 details about the game that I can't wait to find out more about in Starfield. These vary greatly from gameplay features to story points, so if you are excited, make sure you hit that like button and comment what you want to learn about going into its showcase. But with that being said, we have a lot to go over, so get comfy, relax a little, and let's get right into the video. Coming in at our number 5 spot, I've been wondering for a little while now how far they will take spaceship battles and basically ships in general. Now I know that ships and shipbuilding is going to be somewhat of a big part of the appeal to the game. Being able to fly around and go anywhere you want sounds like a lot of fun, but how far will they take this? Will we be able to have full-on space wars between dozens of ships, or will it just be some little dogfights here and there? The potential is definitely there for them to go all out on this. We have heard multiple times of a colony war between the two factions of the United Colonies and Freestar Collective, so wouldn't it be fair to assume that they took it to space at points into full-on Star Wars battle cruiser type fights? I'm not saying we will see anything close to what we saw in Star Wars with a Death Star and hundreds of ships to fight against, but there's gotta be more than just facing off against 1 to 2 ships at a time. We've seen space stations in the trailer, so what if there were quests to infiltrate them, but to do this there would be 2 phases with a ship and land part. I hope that whoever you would be fighting will decide to protect their station with more than just 3 ships, so I'm definitely hoping for them to go all out here. Like I said, the potential is there, but it depends on if it fits into the world of Starfield and if Bethesda wants to take their game in that direction. This is all speculation as of now, but I would really hope that they don't leave the whole spaceship battle idea to the side. But from here on out, we are going even further into speculation with our number 4 spot. Something that I've been wanting to hear about for over a year now is how factions will interact with each other. Now I know what you're all going to say. In one of the Constellation questions, it was talked about that they will mostly be doing their own thing and separated throughout the main quest. To me, I kinda like the idea that certain factions will be facing off against one another, whether that be the Freestar Collective in the United Colonies or some others out there. I feel there is definitely some potential out there for some entanglement between the many factions, so I hope they just don't throw it away entirely. Like I said earlier, think back to the Colony War, but that was before the start of the game. What if now we saw something like this unfold and we are the main catalyst for this, but instead of having a chosen one type arc, you are tasked with helping your faction succeed against another and not doing it all on your own? This is the type of conflict that can really change a good game into a great one, but it's not just that. We could also see them helping each other out from time to time as well. Constellation will likely have the most flexibility to traverse between the many ones of the game because they are the main ones in the quest, but we could see others as well. It could be in little ways like security clearance for companions of a different faction, or in other ways as well. No matter what, I am definitely interested in seeing how each of the factions will interact with each other, if they even do at all. Factions will be playing a big role throughout the game. We have heard of a lot of different ones we will be able to interact with, so I'm definitely excited to see how they will play out during our adventures. Sliding in at our number 3 spot, one of the biggest things I'm looking forward to is finding out what happened to Earth and our solar system in general. From a story perspective, this has a lot of intrigue because from what we have heard and seen, we have abandoned our home solar system entirely. Early on in the main quest, we will be returning to our home solar system, which they have labeled as the Old Neighborhood. Why is it the Old Neighborhood? And what happened to colonies like Earth and the one on Mars known as Sidonia? Earth definitely intrigues me because there is so much that we can uncover about it. It would be great to see it as fleshed out as possible and have a ton of Easter eggs surrounding it. I can only imagine what Bethesda has in store for us, and realistically the possibilities are endless, so I hope we get to see Earth and Mars play somewhat of a big role in the story and in its exploration. This leads well into our number 2 spot because we know that exploration will be a big part in Starfield with there being over 1,000 planets, so I want to know how far they will take the many different worlds and how big will outpost building be. Let's just talk about the main solar system in the game for a second with the settled systems that houses the cities like New Atlantis. How in depth will these worlds be? Will we be able to find dungeons everywhere we turn, and how large will they be? Well, we know that these will be the main ones we travel through in the story, with the others being more like resource planets, but will they be what everyone is expecting? These are all questions I want to learn about when it comes to the planets, but something that goes hand in hand with these many worlds is its outpost building. We got to see this during the E3 gameplay presentation, and it leaves a lot to be desired. Games like Fallout 4 and 76 set the stones for what we are going to see, so I hope they will go all out with it. I'm talking little spaceports to create travel to the world where your outpost is at, and possibly even evolving over time without you having to be there. This time around, I want it to be fleshed out to the extent that it could take a good chunk of my time and continue to be enjoyable each playthrough. The potential is there for outpost building to go above and beyond, and I think that it's something that is a little overlooked at the moment. Now, I don't expect to be able to take over an entire planet with a single outpost, but we should be able to see it as a reasonable size. Things like being able to hire your own crew and a bird's eye view of the outpost are great changes compared to Fallout 4. This will hopefully be a great feature that works alongside the main story of Starfield, so I can't wait to find out more about outpost building and the planets it will be on. And finally, at our number one spot is one that I've been curious to find out more about since the gameplay presentation all the way back at E3 2022. We know we will be seeing some sort of alien life in Starfield, but will they be intelligent and possibly as a playable race? It's hard to imagine that we will have Starfield without some type of intelligent alien life. Like I said, we have seen aliens in the gameplay trailers, but none where we are talking to them or interacting with them. This is curious to me because with over 1,000 planets, you would figure that there would have to be some intelligent life out there that is not just the creatures we have seen already. It is possible that they will play a major factor in the main story, but it is tough to say as of now. It is also possible that we don't see any in the game and Bethesda steers away from the common sci-fi trope of having to have multiple intelligent alien races. We could definitely be seeing just the ones that were in the gameplay presentation last year, but personally, that seems like a wasted opportunity. That doesn't mean that I don't think Bethesda needs these aliens, but I think they will only diversify the game even more. I'm sure a lot of you out there are thinking the exact same thing, and personally, I can't wait to see what they will be like if they even exist at all. I imagine a lot of these will be highlighted during the upcoming showcase sometime in the near future, but I hope we also get to experience some of this for the first time in game. Things like outpost building and spaceship battles are intriguing to me because they have so much potential if they are done right. There are a lot of expectations for Starfield to succeed with its story, gameplay, and in its RPG elements. We will get to see this unfold through time, whether that be at the showcase or when it finally releases, so I'm excited to get answers to these questions soon. With that brings us to the end of the video, so if you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, comment any videos you want to see in the future, and I'll see you all next time!